Okay, now how about another little chit-chat video? And I promise I won't do those where I make a whole big old collection. I say that now, but I'll change my mind, so no promises. Anyway, I did want to update about that, but first I want to mention the weather. It is right now, it's 5 o'clock, it just hit exactly 5 o'clock p.m. and it's 93 degrees. I'm looking at my clock on my SUV. And September 28th, last year, September 28th, it was real hot. I think that the heat index was in the hundreds, and it had been like that for far too long. And then the very next day, it dropped to something like in the 40s as a high, I believe. And it stayed like that for something like 6 months. We had a winter like we don't have here north of Dallas, in Texas, north central Texas. We don't winter that long. We never have winters that long. And we hardly have winters at all. And it was just miserable. It was cold. It was winter for us, I should say. Come on. But anyway, hopefully we won't have that this year. Ooh, bright. But it is windy, and it's supposed to be a low next week. The low is going to be in the 60s. Let's see if that happens. But they said, Adam told me that he heard, I don't know where, but that we had the hottest and driest September in history, recorded history, I think is the way they put it, ever, in other words, that we know of, that the weather people know of. Now that's bad. That's saying a lot. Think about it. This is Texas. Seriously, it's never happened like this before. Climate change and all that. Yeah, really bad. And I'm serious. We put that patio up, and already the I don't know what you call it, the cement. I don't know the bottom part of it. What is it called? It's on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, that has a crack in it already, and it's because the ground actually around there. Thank you, mister. Is I actually saw it cracking to where not just cracks, but it had a hole in it. Like, oh my goodness, you can only water so many times. Yeah, with drought season. But I just felt like doing this kind of a video, an update on things and all that, and I got more. Okay, so I tried that. I mentioned that I like watching people who do live streams when they're talking. Sometimes they're with somebody else, sometimes they're not. But they have the, they are answering people, but I don't like it when they spend the first 10 minutes saying hello to everybody, but they will answer questions sometimes. Sometimes they just go on with whatever they're saying. And I was thinking, why can't they just do, because they go in like 45 minutes to 2 hours, some of them. Why can't they just make a video like that where there's not so many interruptions, and it would make it shorter for those of us who are watching it? But yeah, I've done live streams now. Oh yes. And anyway, I tried doing it where I just recorded it. The longest I got was one I just made public today. I think I made these like 2 weeks ago. I don't remember. And it was okay to do it, but it's just too long. If it's not just a general thing, it might be better. And if I was actually on camera, it would. I have noticed people don't have as much problem when I'm on camera than they do when I'm not. Yeah, over 5 years. Okay, so I've done videos on my original channel. Yeah, I don't have to hear that tick-tock blinker. But yeah, now I tried that. The biggest, okay, what is this guy gonna do? Mess up everybody? But the biggest, yeah, you don't do a U-E like that with a big old truck, mister. Anyway, oh goodness, life happens in the middle of a video. But anyway, okay, where was I? Anyway, yeah, I think I was talking about that I tried doing, longer videos, and the longest one I've ever made, I think, in 28 years, except for live stream. 28 years. Why am I saying 28 years? In 5 years, this is going to be a blooper video, by the way, but in 5 years, the longest I've made was 28 minutes. There I go. Anyway, that was it. That was the one that I just uploaded to, I just made public today. I uploaded it, like I had said earlier. I don't know when, maybe a couple weeks ago. But yeah, I can see why people don't like to do that. Plus, when I went to upload it, my cell phone has this habit of changing itself from, I think one of them is 5G, am I wrong? It says 5, or does it say 4? And then while I'm out, it switches to a different one. It depends on how much I've used it while I was out. And then when I get back home, it'll switch to yet another one. And that one's really slow. Well, it did that. Now try uploading a 28-minute video when it's going slow. So then I figured that out, so I had to delete it and start all over again as far as uploading. But I made sure it was on the fast one, the fast speed, before I did that. And still it went slow. Go figure. But anyway, I can see why people don't, some people don't like to do that. It's annoying. And plus the videos, they just don't go right. So I guess you do need the audience. But like I said, I've done live stream before. I'm not a fan of doing live streams because so many things happened to me the other day. I wasn't doing a live stream, but I was doing a video like this, and it popped off of the mount somehow and flying through okay, it did a little circle at least, and didn't hit anything, or me or anything. But it was funny looking because I wasn't going to go and try to edit that. Oh goodness, no. Editors, oh my goodness. Really. Now people who are making, trying to make a living doing their videos, which I am not trying at all, obviously. Yeah, I can understand that they go and do all that editing, but why would I? I mean, seriously, I'm not trying to make a living off of it. Have you ever seen my PayPal? No. Like I've said before, I had a PayPal when PayPal first started. Didn't like it, and I think I'd gotten it to pay for something that it needed PayPal. I didn't like it, so never used it since. And from what I understand, people say that you can get a credit card, some kind of credit card or something, and have it go to the credit card. It all seems like a whole bunch of work. But why would I want to do that? Seriously. Now, I don't like saying that because you never know what life might bring you, really. Seriously. But I have no intention. Although I have thought, boy, this is stream of consciousness. I have thought that, if I want to reach more people, maybe I need to put up a PayPal. You got to have a brand. When I first saw that, it was what was it called? Google Plus, and it had, next to your channel name, it had brand account, and I was like, what the heck is a brand account? What does that mean? I don't have a brand, obviously. But then again, like I said, maybe I'd reach more people if I had a brand. If I was selling something, what would I sell? Junk? I mean, that's what a lot of people seem to be selling. That was not nice at all. Anyway. Yes, I do have a pet peeve. Junk isn't the word that I would have said either. Should have said. Yeah. But anyway, like I said, I have done live stream videos. Me and another YouTuber, we tried it out. She leaves comments every once in a while. We tried it out years ago. I'd say 4 years ago, maybe 3, 4. And we did them. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of being on, on video. I think I was every once in a while, but most of the time I was not. And it's not a fan because in my home, anything could happen right in the middle of a video, just like when I'm driving. Anything can happen. So I don't like that. And then I did one on this channel. I don't know. I only tried it a few minutes because, like I said, the mount can fall and all that kind of stuff, and that's just a lot of hassle. And plus people are like, we, But the longest one that I ever did, and it was the longest video I've ever done, is I did a shopping video. Now, you got to have, there's that whole thing about music, or Muzak, whatever they call it these days, that plays in stores. We used to call it Muzak, but it was a certain kind. But these days, they just some of them seem to play a radio station. But the only stores I know are discount shopping stores that don't play the music. And I did one at one of them, and it went for 45, it was 48 minutes or something like that. And surprising to me, and this is what I want to do a video on one time. Why is that guy grinning like that? Did you see that? But yeah, okay, mister. But that's what I want to do something about. That is just an observation I've had for me, not anybody else. I'm not saying anybody else this would be the case or that would be the case, but if I'm talking, usually I have allergies, okay? I have really bad allergies, and this weather's not helping at all. But I'll cough a lot and sneeze a lot, but when I'm talking, and like I was on that video, the live stream, I didn't cough, and that was so surprising to me because I was in a store, and they have candles and all this kind of stuff, and that's what usually set it off, any kind of perfume or pollen, and didn't happen. So that was pretty surprising to me, and I wasn't talking the whole time that I was doing the live stream, so I don't know. But sometimes I remember noticing that when I was a kid, if I was sitting in a quiet room in high school, like we were taking a test or something, I would start coughing. But if I was allowed to speak, I wouldn't. And the same thing for anxiety. I have noticed a lot of people who have anxiety also have allergies, but I don't think that's no scientific connection there. I should say that. There's none that I know of. Maybe so. Who knows? Anyway, I need to get home. And so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I just thought I'd do one that's kind of a little just chit-chat. I really would think I prefer to do those, or do more about anxiety and more about, CPTSD symptoms, not diagnosing anybody. I really wish they'd get it past the ICD-11 and put it in the DSM, but yeah. When will that ever happen? You never know. Anyway, wrapping it up.